Hello and welcome. I am Gauhar Raza and you are watching Eureka. Alchemy, chemistry, has always fascinated human beings. Huge number of experiments have been conducted by humanity over a very long period of time. Initially, we thought as human beings that the whole cosmos is composed of only 4 elements. But then, scientists cracked the problem and realized that this whole cosmos is not made of only 4 or 5 elements. There are many more elements. And eventually, we started knowing about materials. And these materials are composed of very many elements, and we also created certain elements which do not occur in natural environment. And this was the beginning of modern era. Today in India, we have large number of chemists and laboratories that work on materials and chemistry. That is how the drug industry started. Today we create molecules and patent them. I have a very special guest today, Dr. Lakshmi Kantam, who heads one of the most outstanding laboratory in the country where lots of very good work has been done. Welcome to the show, Dr. Lakshmi Kantam.
Thank you.
Let's begin from the beginning. Chemistry is a difficult area. Why did you choose chemistry as the area where you are going to work?
Because I love chemistry.
When did you start loving chemistry?
Yeah, maybe when I was in college.
But your father wanted you to become either engineer or doctor.
Doctor, yeah, because what happened when I did my PUC, that is the 12th class, and my age was 14.
Pre-university.
Pre-university. Yeah, so I was not allowed to do medicine because the age is short. So I joined in.
You completed your PUC before time.
Yeah, 14 years. Then I joined in a college in BSc. Then what happened in the BSc first year, I got 93 marks in chemistry. Then I was fascinated to chemistry. I thought that
because you got higher marks in chemistry.
not
why
it is like that, but I thought that see, my father is a doctor, and I thought that I can divulge in another area where we can make the molecules which
your
they can be.
Your grandfather was a lawyer. Your
yes.
father was a
Doctor.
medical doctor.
Yeah.
A physician.
Yes.
And then you become a scientist.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
How is it that the father who was your role model wanted you to be something and you didn't?
Yeah, my father wanted me to be a doctor, and I got a seat later when I was 15 years, but in the Warangal, and they wanted some donation, 10,000. My father is ready to pay. I said, no, I don't want to read medicine by paying money. So later I want to become a chemist. So my father, yes, whatever you want to do, you do. So like that I ended in chemistry. So like
from the river Krishna, at the bank of it, you grow and then you suddenly come to the northern part of India. How was it? Was it difficult to adjust in Kurukshetra?
No, it's not difficult. But what happened when I am in BSc, my physics, it is not there, and botany, zoology, chemistry. So I got a seat in biochemistry and botany, zoology, but I want to do in chemistry. And my uncle was there in Delhi. So I thought that we will join either in Chandigarh or Delhi. Then I ended up in Kurukshetra and I joined in.
How was Kurukshetra?
Kurukshetra is very nice, and I did my MSc there. And when I did my MSc, I joined in a hostel, and one other girl was there with me, Sucharita, and she left after 3 months. Then
why did she leave?
She
couldn't
cope
adjust.
Yeah, she didn't adjust that staying away from the parents, and she left. And my guide was in MSc. There was one professor Etirajam, and he has 2 daughters and 1 son. And these people, they used to come to the hostel and they said, we want to take our sister to home. Then I went to my professor's house and I stayed there 7.5 years. And he treated me as his daughter only. So nobody knows that
And you treated him as
a
father.
father and the mother.
More than a
yeah,
father.
Yeah, more than a father.
Would you like to say something about the early period when you joined CSIR? How did you cope up with?
Yeah.
Because that was another shift from a college to CSIR.
Yeah. When I did my PhD in 1982 in Kurukshetra, then after my PhD, immediately I joined as a lecturer in a college where I did my graduation. But always this thing was towards the passion to research. So when they wanted to make me permanent, I left and then I joined IACT, that is RR Labs at that time. And then from 1984, I was working in IACT. And
That's
as
a long journey.
Yeah, 30
That's a
years.
very long journey.
Yeah.
Because IICT was regional
Research laboratory.
Laboratory.
Yeah.
It was not given the status of institute at that time. It became
No.
an
At the
institute.
time, no. At the RRL, then all the agrochemicals, they are developed at the time only. You can see in India, 60% of the agrochemicals, these technologies were given by RRL. Then after when Dr. Ramarao joined in 1985, and then in 89 it was renamed as IACT, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology. Yeah.
We'll come back to that. I have to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back soon. Welcome back. We are discussing with Dr. Lakshmi Kantam how the change or the shift came about from teaching to a research laboratory. You joined CSIR as a
Scientist B.
Scientist B level, which is very junior, and start working on metallurgy of materials. Why is it important for the nation to work in this area?
Because you can see any process, because now everybody talks about the green process, green chemistry, and in Hyderabad is very hub for the pharmaceutical industry. But you use
green chemistry has become fashion only in 90s.
No, it is there, but only the people coined the word green chemistry. It is there. When I joined in 1984, we are always practicing green chemistry. Now later they will develop the green chemistry.
What do you mean by green chemistry?
For example, when you process is green, that means when you are using a process to make a process, it gives many steps, number of steps, and it generates a lot of waste, which is not environmental friendly. But because of the catalyst we develop, we make the process very clean and there is no wastage and no byproducts. So that is all green chemistry.
Especially those byproducts which are carcinogenic or toxic.
That cannot be, will not be in catalyst. When you use a catalyst, for example, when you take a reaction, A plus B is equal to C. When it is not a good process, A plus B gives C plus D, which is not unwanted. So if you make 100% A plus B is equal to C, that is a green process, and chemist practices that, and the catalyst is generating that green process. That is the important,
This green process, can you develop these green process without understanding the science and the chemistry of the processes?
No. Chemistry is there everywhere.
And therefore
it is a design.
Require.
You design a catalyst and you design and develop, that is all science. So whatever we develop in the basic science, it leads to the technology. So the science, basic science is important to lead to a technology.
Which also means that when you are designing a catalyst, then you need to understand the entire process. And even for developing one catalyst, you require to invest as a nation a lot of money in doing that science, which is why institutions like IICT are important, because this question keeps on recurring that when the nation is poverty ridden, why invest so much of money in creating such large institutions? So you think that it's extremely important to do basic research?
Yes, basic research only leads to technology. And also we will see, for example, when you are giving a technology to industry, and they will see all the calculations. So it should be economically viable. That means your catalyst will be cheap. Otherwise, if you develop a process when it is not economically feasible, there will be no takers. So you have to develop a process which is clean, green, and it should be economically viable. Then only industry will come forward. So main motto of the IICT is concept to commercialization. What we do when we do in a small scale, 100-gram scale, then with the help of the chemical engineer, design engineers and other, all the mechanical instrumentation every day, it's a group, process group. Then we will take to the pilot plant. And then pilot plant we get all the data and
scale it up.
Yeah, we will give all the material balance, everything, cost and everything. Then only the industry will come forward and then we go for the commercialization.
Has industry come forward?
Yes, yes. We are now, 4 of my processes are going for commercialization in November. Yeah, we are working.
Recent ones?
Yeah, recent ones, earlier also. For example, you take the rice bran oil. 60% of the rice bran oil produced in India is IICT technology. And we have developed a process. We have got the technology award as well as we got the green chemistry award, all like that, yeah.
And what about the drugs? Why are you working in the area of drugs?
Because IICT is known for the drugs and Dr. A.V. Ramarao is a pioneer in that, and then Dr. Yadav, they have developed many processes.
So it's a whole range that IICT is working on.
Yes, of
right
course.
From catalysts,
Yes.
which are to be used in very different kind of
Fine
industrial
chemicals, bulk
environment.
chemicals.
And then you go to biochemicals.
Yeah.
So once you acquire knowledge and knowledge of basic sciences in one area, there are a large number of spin-offs and you can expand in other areas. And why do you have to develop drugs in India? Why can't we import?
Oh, because see, for example, you can see that all the drugs, why you import, when you have knowledge, you have science and you are the people, you can develop yourselves like that. When the new drug discovery, yes, it takes time, it has to go clinical trials, first phase, second phase, like that. But the other drugs which are already there, and we can develop very good processes, and then it is easy for India to make it cheaper. For example, AGT.
Does it make cheaper?
Yes, yes, of course. Because when AGT was developed, it is the pioneer. Ramarao has developed, and then now it is affordable to all the pure people, all nations we supply. That's why it is very important.
Otherwise, we will be dependent for these drugs on other nations and countries.
Yes, of course.
And they can control whether they supply or not.
True. Yes, yes, yeah.
How many drugs have been developed?
For ACT?
By IAC.
Maybe more than 40 drugs have developed.
And which area?
Which area means it anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, like that, all the developed drugs developed.
And all these technologies have been commercialized by Council of Scientific and
most of the
Industry.
technologies were commercialized, yes.
And how many of them are in the market now?
Market maybe 5, 6 are there, yeah.
In 5, 6 drugs, we are self-sufficient, independent of influence of any other country, and we can be proud of saying that we are serving the people, the common man in these streams.
Yeah, I think we have like that. Because I cannot give the exact numbers. Yes, we are developing the drugs and we are giving to the market, yes.
And for one of them, you have got award yesterday.
Yes, yes. That is the misoprostol, which is an abortion pill, and this is developed by Dr. Yadav, Dr. Chandrasekhar and Mahapatra. And this has transferred to Avra Laboratories, and Dr. Ramarao is the managing director, and he has commercialized this one. So this is the first technology in India, so commercialized from the IICT given, and Dr. Ramarao has commercialized it. For that we got that.
Are you also saying that doing basic science is an activity which requires a large number of people to come together?
Yes.
Work, crack the problem,
Yes.
then start at a very small scale, scale it up to a level where it can be commercialized. But without team effort, things
we
cannot
cannot.
be.
Yeah, it's all team effort. Any project successful you want, it's a teamwork. So individual cannot make any process viable. So it's
So
a
beyond
teamwork.
a certain level, when you have done the basic research in chemistry, you require people from various other areas.
Yes, of
Such
course.
as electrical engineer, maybe
Mechanical, design
mechanical
engineer,
design
instrumentation,
engineers.
everybody we need, yes. So
And
in the initial itself, when we start a project, we will take all of them and we will work for a team. So it's easy to develop.
we'll keep on discussing. I have to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back soon. Welcome back. We are discussing with Dr. Lakshmi Kantam your journey starting from a small town to northern part of India and back to southern part of India has been a fascinating journey. You have never been thinking of going abroad and settling down?
Yeah, I see in 91, I was in England and they offered me a job. And then again in 96, I was in France. And then in 2003, I was in Japan. But I never wanted to settle back. Even they offered, I want to serve my country. So I came
Do
back.
you think that you have got so many awards and recognitions and your team has been recognized by the country and other institutions and your peer groups, you would have done better work if you had chosen to go abroad?
No, I don't think, because we have everything in CSIR, we have everything in India, and I want to serve my country. It is my first. I am emotionally attached very much to my country, so I can't work for in other countries. Okay, I go and I learn, and then new experiments or new designs, any new ideas. But I want to come back and I want to serve my country.
So you think that one should go abroad to learn things, come
Some
back
things,
and
yeah, when we are not knowing some of the things, yes, advanced things, yes, it is always
science
good.
always progresses by learning
Yeah,
from
and
each
also we
other.
have many international collaborations and we have many international patents. Yes, we learn and then we have to be back in our country and serve the country. That is my main motto.
Your basic interest is in doing basic sciences in the country.
No, not basic sciences. Mine is process development and technology development through basic science.
Through basic sciences. Yes. And you have produced huge number of papers, more than 300 papers. They've been cited everywhere in the best of the journals by best of the scientists in the world. Do you think it was important to publish these papers? Do you think that you develop the process, you release it, and get commercialized?
Yeah, because when you want to become a good scientist, yes, you have to publish as well as you have to develop the process or technology development. Otherwise, when you are there in the process development, then nobody will bother about you. So you have to balance both, as well as the basic sciences as well as the process development or technology development.
And therefore you have patents to your credit.
Yes. All the process
43 patents.
All process patents, yes.
Process patents, and that's a huge number. Yeah. 43 in such a short period of time.
It's not a short period, my journey.
83 to
30 years, 30 years.
Yeah, in 30 years, every year one process.
Yeah.
Getting patented is a big achievement.
Because my team is like that, we work in a team, it's not an individual. So all people are gathered and then we work together, and that's why we have many patents.
I know that you get disturbed when somebody says that you are the first CSIR woman director.
Yeah, of course.
but that's true that you are.
No, that's true, but the people may think that because of the woman I became the director, which I denied. It's not because I'm a woman I became a director, it's by merit. That's why I want to be named as one of the CSIR director, but not as the first woman lady director.
How do you look at the area of chemistry from now to maybe 20 years, 50 years from now?
Yeah, you can see the chemistry is very challenging, and without chemistry there is no life. You go anything, chemistry is needed. You go for the building materials, you go for the aerospace, you go for health, agrochemicals, oils, fats. Chemistry
and even space research.
Yes, that's why chemistry is life. Without chemistry you can't do anything. So for you take healthcare, chemistry is needed. Environment, chemistry is needed. Agrochemicals, oils, fats, nutrition, materials, everywhere you need chemistry. So IICT is working all the important areas in the 12th plan: energy, sustainable chemical industry and environment, healthcare, materials, agrochemicals, food, nutrition. So chemistry is that. So you need chemistry everywhere. Yeah.
What technology have you developed for spaces or going to develop for spaces?
Yeah, because
Space sciences.
for example, you can see that we have developed ammonium dinitramide, which is used as an oxidizer in propellant, and we have demonstrated to VSSC, and last year we have demonstrated to HEMRL, High Energetic Material Research Laboratory in Pune, and they are going to commercialize. Earlier they have used the ammonium perchlorate, now also they are using ammonium perchlorate, and it liberates chlorine and HCl, and you can see. So, but that is not environmentally friendly, as you know that it is a ozone.
So our space program is going to become environment friendly.
Yeah, because when
because
you
of
use
the technology of IICT.
new ammonium dinitramide, when they use, yes, it is of course. And like that we develop the strategic materials. For example, because some of the things they are defense related projects also we do, and number of technologies. Now we are developing a technology for the cough syrup intermediate, that is paramethoxyphenylestic acid, which goes into dextromethorphan, and it needs three compounds. For example, phenol to anisole, and anisole to paramethoxyacetophenone, and paramethoxyacetophenone to paramethoxyphenylestic acid. And now we are going to commercialize very soon to an Indian industry. And again another is that for example, everybody uses the sunscreen agent, and that also it is called as an abobenzone, and there also we need a technology, and we have an industry, and we have developed from isobutylene to tertiary butyl toluene, and then oxidation to tertiary butyl benzoic acid, then the tertiary butyl ester. And this tertiary butyl ester with this paramethoxyacetophenone, which we have developed for the drug intermediate, if you combine these condensation, and they gives the avobenzene. So in one stroke we develop the six this thing, and it goes into the different. One is for sunscreening, one for the drug intermediate. Like that we have developed, and they will be commercialized soon. 3 products will be commercialized soon in this year, and the other 3 products will be commercialized next year.
Has there been a moment of eureka in life when you said, wow, I have done it, I wanted to do it, I have done it, cracked a problem, solved it?
Yes, every day is a challenge. Every day when you do a new reaction and a new process, it's a challenge. Yeah, every day, yes.
So every
you can't
day
say,
is
yes.
a day of eureka for you.
Yeah.
Maybe a student comes to you with some eureka, or you yourself
Yes,
do it.
yeah.
Which award or recognition has given you satisfaction to a level where you say, now I am recognized, my efforts have yielded results?
It's very difficult to say, because recognition, there are so many this thing. For example, I received the FNA, that Fellow of National Academy. That is the highest prestigious award to be considered.
Recognition by your peer group, by the scientific community.
Yeah, that's
of
true.
your efforts.
Yes,
So
yeah.
that gave you a lot of satisfaction. Would you like to give a message to the younger generation?
Yes, because as you see that, I always urge the young minds or young people to go for science. It's a fascinating world of science. So I gave a message to the youngsters. See, there are so many problems in India or over the world. So we need the young people to work on the areas of healthcare, energy, and environment. So what we need, so young people should take science, and then they have to be role models for the next generations, and they have to do the science.
Thank you very much for giving so much
Thank
of time to Rajya Sabha channel and Eureka. The message is, come to the fascinating world of science. There are lots of problems to be solved, and humanity will develop as a result of your efforts. Thank you for watching Eureka. If you have any question, query or comment, write to us at eurekarstv@gmail.com. We will be happy to reply to you. Next week, we'll come back with another outstanding scientist who has made a significant contribution to the area of science. Thanks for watching Eureka.